Good day, everyone. You're welcome to today's class on electrolysis. Now, before we go into electrolysis, let's look into two major terms which are very important in the study of electrolysis. The first is molten substance, and the second is aqueous solution. Now, these two terms are very important in our study of electrolysis. Now, the first one is this: what is molten substance? Now, you must understand that a molten substance is formed when a solid is heated until it becomes liquid. Until it becomes liquid. Now, we must understand that this solid here are held in a lattice, and when this solid is heated, they gain energy. So this energy which they gain help them to break the lattice. And the moment this lattice is broken, they form a free ions which has the ability to move around. And these free valence electrons, or mobile ions rather, is the major reason molten substance can conduct electricity. But it is not all molten substance that can conduct electricity. We have two types of molten substance. The first one is the ionic molten substance, and we have the covalent molten substance. Now, example of ionic molten substance will be our molten ion. We have our molten sodium chloride. Now, when this solid ion in a solid form, when it is heated in a blast furnace to a temperature, it melts, and when it melts, it becomes a liquid, forming ion 2 ions. In this process, this here is able to conduct electricity. And also here, if our molten sodium chloride is heated, it forms sodium ion and chloride ion. So in other words, in molten substance, it does not involve water, unlike the aqueous solution. So you cannot say that an aqueous solution is a substance formed when a solid dissolves in water. When a solid dissolves in water. Now, for example, we have sodium chloride. Okay, let me change it. Then let me use sodium chloride this time around. Let me use a compound like ACl. Now, when ACl dissolves in water, it gives us H plus Cl minus. We call this process ionization. So we can say that without water, we cannot have ionization. So an aqueous solution is formed when the solid is dissolved in water. We can use our magnesium chloride as well. So we have our magnesium ion plus our chloride ion. So the major difference between a molten substance and an aqueous solution is this. A molten substance is formed from a melted solid into liquid, while an aqueous solution is formed when a solid dissolves in water. So the moment this solid dissolves in water, they ionize. And the moment they ionize, they conduct electricity. In other words, the aim of these two is solid melting to become liquid, and a solid dissolving in water is for them to be able to conduct electricity. So if we now define electrolysis in terms of these two, you will now know the reason why we are using molten substance and aqueous solution. But note that it is not all molten substance that conduct electricity. It is only the ionic molten substance that conducts electricity. The covalent molten substance does not conduct electricity. Example of that